Yes, people, how are we doing? I am doing great, thank you very much for asking. Because I'm buzzing, because the gyms are opening again today. Well, they actually opened yesterday, but today's my first session back at the gym. Got a pull session on the cars, which I cannot wait for. Training at home has been good. It's been a long 4 weeks. No, actually, it's gone quite quickly, to be fair. It's fled by, and we've got a lot of good stuff done. I've made a lot of good progression in those 4 weeks, taken full advantage of the situation, not letting it get me down. But we're now back to the gym, and we can start making some proper progress again. And just really, smash these next few weeks. Unfortunately, as always, timing is never on our side, and it's coming up to Christmas now, and so we go home for Christmas, and then I've got another challenge about what I'm going to do over the Christmas period. But for now, I've got about 3 weeks left in Nottingham, 3 weeks left at M10, and that means 3 weeks left to, just solidify and really push on and progress. At the minute, I've just been eating at sort of like, I haven't really been pushing my calories much. I pulled back a bit the other week because my body weight went from around 212 to 215 in like a week, so I put on like 3 pounds, which was quite a lot. I've now stabilised again at about 213, 214, so I'm at a good spot now. I'm just looking to sort of stay at that till Christmas. I don't need to be really gaining much weight before Christmas, because I know I'll have a few mince pies over Christmas that I'm sure will not be helping the situation much, but it's fine. And then game plan is make this look at 214 look good, harden it up as such, so I look leaner at this body weight. And then when we get back to Notts in January, we then push on again, push on up to 100 kilos and above. And yeah, I'm feeling good at the minute. I'm feeling like I've got a lot of progress left in me, so I'm pretty buzzing. But yeah, as I said, we've got a pool session on the cars today, slightly different to previous pool sessions in the gym because of the fact that I've introduced the RDL on the pool day. So I'll take you through that, show how we're setting up that session now, and I think we potentially might be changing the exercise order as well, potentially putting the hammer strength pull down first. So of course I'll let you know about that. It's an absolute ghastly day today. Just been to the shop to get a water bottle for my intra workout, and yeah, it's gonna be a good day all in all. So anyway, I'll probably see you in the gym next time, but yeah. So, welcome back to a little voiceover. I haven't done one of these in a while. How is everyone? Hope everyone's well. How good is it to be back in the gym? It's been a good few sessions. I've had 3 sessions so far. So I've just done pull, push and legs, and yeah, as I'm editing this video today on Sunday, I am aching a lot. I feel written off, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, I thought I'd take you through this little pull session. This was the first session back, and kind of talk you through the session, because I think that we have nailed this session now, and I think we can really get a lot from it and really push on and make some great progress. So we start with the hammer strength lat pull down. This is simply placed first in the session because we know that as the session progresses, it gets increasingly more difficult to get the lat fully short. And what I mean by that is to get the lat completely contracted. So as you can see here, finally squeezing the lat and getting it into its fully short position is very difficult to do. So really this piece of kit is only really good for the start of the exercise, as it doesn't really have much of a drop off, so you have to place it where you're most strongest. We did this, I think I did a top set of about 50 kilos either side, or yeah, about 50 kilos either side. Plenty of room to regress, but with this one I don't want to chase load. I want to try and keep my chest high. I want to keep driving my elbow down into the base of my spine and not chasing the load really. And I think doing this will yield better results than just trying to sort of throw around weight as such. We then move on to the sort of meat and potatoes of the session. The RDL, a great posterior chain exercise, working sort of erectors, hamstring, glutes and upper back, and this is something that I'm really focusing on, is keeping this upper back tightness, and I think I'm getting better at it. As this has been programmed into the session, I've got stronger and stronger, and today I came and did a top set of 70 kilos, which you'll see here.
Come on.
So the first set is really, I wouldn't say it's kind of chasing the load, but I'm really wanting to push on this RDL. Not so much focusing on contracting and squeezing hamstrings, whereas on this back off set, I'm kind of rinsing the eccentrics, and what I mean by that is lowering the weight down fairly controlled, fairly slowly, and really driving my hips through and getting a good squeeze on the hamstrings, along with trying to keep that upper back as tight as possible. And from the DOMs the next day, I certainly think I was successful in this, and I got a lot out of this exercise. Moving on, we did the prime row. We know that from sort of a stability aspect, the chest supported pad provides that stable environment, and that allows us to solely focus on the back. I mean, it's important here to note where you're placing the emphasis on your back, as you can sort of attack this in a couple of different ways. As I'm driving back, I'm thinking about trying to keep my elbows high. Even though it might not look like it here, this feels a lot different to where I keep my elbows down to my side and driving into the base of my spine. Just trying to bias the upper back slightly here, as sort of our other session is a bit more lat focused. I did 5 plates and a 5 for top set here, so I matched last time. And then moving on to the final back exercise of the day is this prime pull down, and we've loaded it in a manner in which it drops off at the end. So what I mean by that is the resistance profile matches the strength profile of our lats. So as we're strongest in that fully lengthened position, and then as the lat gets shorter, it becomes increasingly more difficult. So what you do here is you place the majority of the load on the top pin, and that simply allows for there to be a drop off. As the weight moves further away from the axis of rotation, it allows for that drop off, and it allows for an even resistance profile. We placed this last in the session because we simply have that ability through the prime kit to manipulate that resistance profile, and as such it can go at the end of the session because we can continue to fatigue and actually achieve muscular failure on the back rather than really struggling to get it short. So as you fully contract here, at the bottom you can continue reps because it gets lighter as it gets to the bottom. On here we had a double rest pause set, so we went to failure, rested for about 15 seconds, 20 seconds, we went again. We had to take some load off because it was actually too heavy, and then we did that with 2 failure points. So went to failure, did another set, went to failure, did another set, and yeah, by this time my back was in tatters. It was very much aching. So that's the bulk of the back workout. Just 4 exercises, and I think we've hit everything there. So we've hit the lats in the first, we've hit our big compound exercise second, slight bias towards the upper back in the third exercise, and then finishing with some more lats in the fourth exercise. Next on, we moved on to hammer curls. Normally we do hammer curls after rear delts, but today in the session it works. There was just some guys on the rear delt machine, so we couldn't use it. So we did hammer curls first. Over the week we trained biceps 3 times. So we're looking to try and train the biceps in its full contractile range. So on one day we're working in the lengthen range using seat and bringing our elbows behind us, our arm behind us to work in that lengthen range. Today's kind of just that mid range, standing where arms are to the side, and then on our other session we have our elbows in front of us working on that shorten range. And I believe that, you know, if we can get stronger and really nail these 3 sort of ranges, that we're going to have big biceps at the end. There's no other way around it. So yeah, then we move on to our rear delts placed here, just to work on that rear delt as such. Often it's very neglected through training. A lot of people focus on front delts and medial delts, and often rear delts get neglected. So just 2 sets on here, and yeah, we probably put a third set in, but we were quite tired at this point, so we just moved onto that here, and then finally finishing with another rest pause set on cable curls with the D handles. The D handles allow for freedom at the wrists, just makes it nicer than using a straight bar, and you can use your own natural path to guide the D handles up and therefore make it as efficient for you as possible. And then I finally just finished with a little bit of a physique update in the toilets. As I say, if you've enjoyed this video and you've enjoyed being back at the gym, give this video a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.